They say in Ghana, if you borrow someone's cloth for the party, remember you return it when the music stops. But for Sharon, the music didn't just stop, the lights went out, and she found herself in the dark, literally. It was a warm Friday evening in Accra, and cantonment was buzzing. Expensive SUVs slid past street vendors selling kelewele and roasted corn. Sharon sat in her one-bedroom apartment in Dansoman, staring at her phone like it had just spoken to her. The WhatsApp notification read, "Big night at my place. Private party. Strictly rich crowd. Come through, darling." Jane was an old acquaintance from university, the type who always seemed to have champagne in hand and a smile that said, "I know people." Sharon wasn't rich, but her Instagram would make you think otherwise. Designer handbags borrowed from friends, dinners she couldn't afford but paid for in installments, and plenty of business-class travel photos taken in airport lounges she'd never flown from. Tonight, she thought, would be my stage. Sharon raided her wardrobe but knew nothing there screamed wealth. So, she called her cousin Mabel in East Legon. "Sis, I need your red Gucci dress. Tonight. And those gold heels. Please, I return them tomorrow." By 9 p.m., she stood in front of her cracked mirror, a vision in red and gold, the smell of Mabel's imported perfume clinging to her skin. A rented Mercedes-Benz waited outside. It cost her half her month's salary, but she told herself, you have to spend money to look like you have money. Jane's mansion in Airport Hills glittered like a jewelry box. The driveway was lined with sleek cars, and laughter spilled from the terrace. Inside, it was all glass chandeliers, champagne flutes, and conversations about overseas business deals. Sharon introduced herself as Sharon Mensah, property investor. She spoke with the confidence of a seasoned entrepreneur, sprinkling in terms she'd heard on YouTube: liquid assets, ROI, offshore portfolio. Men in expensive suits listened. Women eyed her handbag, a fake Louis Vuitton she'd bought in Makola. She was flying high, until one man leaned in. "So, Miss Mensah, I heard you're into gold exports. I have some opportunities." His name was Kojo, the investor, Nyako. Tall, handsome, but with eyes like a cat watching a bird. He asked for her number, promising big deals. Sharon, still riding the high, gave it to him without hesitation. Later, Jane pulled Sharon aside. "Careful with Kojo. He's connected. Not always in the right ways." Sharon laughed it off. "Let them think I'm powerful enough to handle such people." 2 nights later, Sharon received a call. Kojo wanted to discuss a gold deal in person. She agreed, thinking of the Instagram captions she'd post about her new business ventures. She never made it to the restaurant. A black Prado pulled up beside her Uber in Lab 1. 2 men stepped out, and before she could scream, she was shoved inside. The ride was silent except for the hum of the engine. When the blindfold came off, she was in a dim warehouse smelling of engine oil. Kojo sat across from her, smiling. "Miss Mensah, where's the money?" "What money?" Sharon's voice cracked. "The millions you bragged about at Jane's party. You said you had gold deals. We want in. All of it." Her hands trembled. It was all lies. Hours passed. Sharon was terrified, hungry, and shaking. She tried explaining it was all a show, just to fit in. The men didn't believe her. Then, her phone rang. It was Jane. One of the kidnappers answered. Minutes later, Jane's black Range Rover screeched into the compound, followed by 2 police pickups. Kojo was dragged away in handcuffs, his smile gone. Back at Jane's mansion, Sharon sat with a blanket over her shoulders. Jane looked at her for a long moment. "Sharon, in this city, pretending to be rich is like swimming in deep water when you can't swim. Eventually, you'll drown." Tears welled in Sharon's eyes. "I just wanted to feel like I belonged." "Belong where you truly are," Jane replied softly. "Work for the life you want. Don't fake it, it's not worth your life." Months later, Sharon deleted half her Instagram post. No more fake bags, no more staged luxury. She enrolled in a business course, determined to build something real. She still went to parties, but now, she wore her own dresses, took Uber without shame, and when asked what she did for a living, she smiled and said, "I'm building my future, one honest step at a time."